what's up? Red Panda Anthem. Red Panda, what's good?
What were 3 biggest lessons that you learned from the creator and founder of Bad Boy Records, Diddy, Sean Combs, aka?
Good segue.
Thank you.
Love. Well, I got to tell the story. So it's like, it's one of these things where you just never know what's going to happen, but it's important to be at the right place at the right time, even if you don't know you're at the right place at the right time. So, what happened is that we're at a event at Art Basel, at Star Island. And
that's a legend in itself, but go ahead.
Yeah. Shout out to GC. Shout out to the Bar Digital. He had a nice event. Our brother was there. Kenny Burns.
Kenny Burns was there?
He was the day before.
Yeah.
So we at the event, and it just so happens that Diddy lives across the street. So leaving, we hit our guy. So our guy Lou Tucker used to be the president of Bad Boy and Diddy's childhood friend, and he's a good friend of ours as well. So we hit him like, yo, what's up, man? Like, we trying to stop by Diddy's crib. He across the street was popping. So he told Diddy, like, yo, the guys want to meet you, because we haven't met Diddy yet. He's like, yo, the guys want to meet you, man. Like, what's up? He's like, yeah, trying to pull up. So we pulled up to his house. First of all, his house,
immaculate. From what I've heard.
That's different, bro.
Different.
Yeah.
Motivation. So we pulled up. It was some real movie scene. Like, it was so crazy, bro. Because we wasn't planning on this at all.
We was leaving.
So we pull up to the gate. First of all, he had to give us security clearance just to actually come in. He has to tell the security guard, like, on the phone, like, nah, they good, let them in. So let us in, and we walk past the whole estate, and then we go to the water, and he's at the water with Tariq, who I believe is the head of Combs Enterprises, handles a lot of his business operations. Mm-hmm. And it was us, and we was just talking for 45 minutes. Like, it was just me, Troy, Diddy, and Tariq, and Lou Tucker.
And Lou.
And it was just us. And
Jose, as he now know.
And Jose, shout out to Jose. A few other people, like, in the background. But we just playing music and just talking. But the crazy thing about it is, like, just listening to him. And, this is Diddy's a billionaire, right? Like, he's actually a billionaire. And just the way he's tapped in, he's like, yo, like, I need to learn about Web 3.0. I need to, like, y'all got this. Like, we need to collaborate on this. Like, we need to do this. Like, I need to get better at this. I need to get more infrastructure. I need to do this. Like his brain is like racing. Like, he's like tapped in. Like, yo, this is what we got to do. Like, what's going on? Like, what y'all seeing? Like, asking us questions. Like, yo, what's your background? Like, what were y'all doing before this? Like, getting information from us. Like, and it's just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you would think somebody on that level, it's just like, full of themselves, going to be talking about themselves, Like, he literally, like, asking us a bunch of questions, like, what's going on in the space right now? Like, y'all got it. Like, I'm paying attention, everything y'all doing, Like, it was just like a real interesting conversation. Like, we talked about advertising, we talked about marketing, we talked about investing, we talked about so many different things. Mm-hmm. Over the course of that probably 45 minutes that we was with him.
Yeah, I think one of the things that, like, a couple of things stood out, man. But when he was talking and he was just like, yo, y'all the outliers. Like, y'all did it. Like, y'all really did it. You know what makes y'all great? Y'all made the everyday person really believe they could become millionaires and billionaires, and they doing it. And that's what's so special about y'all. And it was just like, I'm listening to this guy, like, we look at him like, I know, we've been calling, like, that's Black Caesar to us. Like, that's Puff. And so the fact that he's acknowledging the things that we've been doing with our community, it was astonishing. But the next thing he was like, look, let's do something right now. I'm like, what? He's like, no, let's do something right now. I'm like, yeah, we got the paperwork. He's like, no. You own your platform, right? We're like, yeah. He's like, I own my shit too. Let's do it now. Get your lawyer on the phone. I'm like, yo, this is really happening? Like,
excellent
right now.
Speed.
Yo, and I'm like I'm hitting Amy up. Like, I'm like, damn, like what? I'm like, yo, she didn't hit me back yet. He's like, all right, well, maybe we ain't doing it today then. It's just like, then we got into another conversation, and this is what was so powerful to me.
Really quick, for the audience, I have to ask, do you go with your gut and wait for the lawyer to clear, or do you say, that's Puff, let me just push it through?
Nah. She had sent it to his team. It was like a back and forth, and it was like ping
Gotcha.
pong. So it was like their turn, but they didn't get it yet. And so she did respond though. So we got that got taken care of. But then he started talking about where he's at in life right now, and that was just like interesting because he sees the game from a different landscape, right? And he's looking at it from up here. And it was that quote that Jay has shared about Nipsey about being in places that he can no longer go and him being in places he hasn't been able to get to, and they kind of need each other. And he started looking at us like, yo, y'all the bridge that I need. But there's so many things at this level that he wants to share that he hasn't been able to because he's seeing things, right? It's like when you get to higher levels, you start seeing more barriers put in place. And we can see that, right? Even at our level. And you know what I'm saying? And he's seeing at his level and he's like, yo, but nobody can speak on it because nobody's been able to get to this level. Like we're just getting here. And so the fact that he's looking at us like, yo, this could be the way. Like this could be the way that we can share this information so that everybody can learn from it as I'm going through it. I mean, he even talked about his, giving back pledge. It was just like, yo, this is probably one of the illest hours of my life is happening right now. And so, man, shout out to
listen, I know it's fire.
Shout out to Love.
Anybody who followed Troy, like Earn Leisure page to go first, then Rashad, then Troy. Troy put up everything right away. I said,
that's love.
I know what this is.
That's love.
This one of them ones. When Troy get the posting.
But the crazy thing about it is like, and just a small correction on what Troy said. He said without he didn't say. So what happened was I was telling Diddy. Well, I showed him the video of us paying homage to him because we paid homage to him and Nas at Madison Square Garden on our intro with the Hate Me Now. We had the video playing. We came out with the Minx. It was all inspired by the Hate Me Now video. So I was showing him the video. I was actually showing him the video, which is crazy within it. So I'm showing him the video and he like, yo, this is dope. It's fire. So later on, and I was just telling him, like, we were just talking about inspiration. And I was like, how it's like each one teach one. I'm like, like y'all, whole generation of you, Jay, Nas, all that, like y'all inspired us, and now like we're inspiring some other people, like what I mean. And then he stopped me. He stopped me, and he said, "Nah, y'all the tipping point."
Tipping point.
He said, "Y'all the tipping point." He said, "Y'all made it so the average person feel comfortable becoming a millionaire." He was like, and they don't gotta start cooning, they don't gotta dance, they don't gotta be rapping, they don't gotta be an athlete. And he was like, y'all popularized for the average person to get money and get fly. And he was like, y'all the tipping point.
Who the Flyer City?
And that, of course, that. But that was something that really stuck with me. Because it's like he made it a point to stop me and was like, nah, let's not even, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's keep it in perspective. What y'all did really has never been done before. Like, and y'all really opened up a whole lane for people. And he said it. He said not to coon. He said, they don't gotta be cooning. They don't gotta be rapping. They could just be getting money. And I thought, I'm like, that's real.
Hey, yo, within the next 20 minutes, he said, yo, here's my number, hit me directly. And in my mind, I'm like, yo, this is really Puff. And so he invited us to come over to the Club Loved Up the next night, which is absolutely incredible. I mean, his energy, he's 53. Like, I don't want to, like, he's 53, bro. I watched this man, like, literally dance around in a state for 4 hours straight. Like, his energy
People who love what they do.
Yo, I don't know. Yo, at one point, he was like, yo, if you're not going to dance, I'm going to have security remove you. Straight up, like that. We're not here for that. This ain't this. Don't come here if you came to sit down. But even in that space, like in that room, and I posted the picture with Will Packer, and we had a conversation that just like every now and then you hit these moments, and it's just like, wow. Like as we're doing this and we're constantly going, we never really get to sit and reflect. And when I walked over to Will Packer and I was introducing myself and I was saying, yeah, Terrence, good friend of ours, he's been trying to introduce us for a while. He said, yeah, Earn Your Leisure. He said, Tyler's been talking about you guys too. And I was like,
Tyler Perry, by the way.
Like,
Tyler Perry.
What?
Key lesson.
I mean,
do the work.
Crazy.
Be honorable. Be really consistent. Speak on what you want. Speak on what you want.
That's what he said. Yo. He said, listen, I want y'all to tell me your wildest dreams so I could blow it out the water to see you. There's nothing y'all can't do.
Yeah.
Just tell me your wildest dreams. Like, I'm gonna make it happen. I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna make it happen for y'all.
Shout out to Diddy, man.
Shout out to Love.
Good dude. Then he invited us to his house the next day, Club Love, and we went there and we had a party there. Shout out to Noriega.
Yeah, shout
And
out to
OIE pulled up on us. It was with 19 Keys. He was like, "Yo, I'm tapped in, man. I respect y'all." Like, he posted us on his page today. Like, I respect y'all. Like, I'm tapped in. He's like, Keys on the high level, on y'all on the finance side. Like, I'm really respect what y'all doing. I respect it a lot. So, it's dope, man, to get that. Nori, another one. I grew up on the War Report, stuff like that. Big fan of Drink Champ. So, to get the recognition from your peers in the space, people that have become your peers, it's encouraging. So, shout out to Diddy. Shout out to the whole team too. And this is the last thing I'm gonna say about the Revolt thing. A lot of people have judgments about people that they never actually even met, and they have judgments about situations that they have no knowledge of. And like I said, I can't speak on everybody's dealings with other people. Some people have good experiences with people. Some people have bad experiences with people. That's like somebody might have a bad experience with me, and they might tell somebody like, "Yo, I hate him," and then somebody else, I might be the best person in the world, and both of those people might be true. Both of them might be telling the truth, right? But it's like I can only judge somebody on my experiences with them. So my experiences with the whole Combs Enterprises situation has been nothing but good. From his head of security, Fahim, to Dion, to Datavio at Revolt, to all of them. Like, they all Black people. They all young. His whole staff. They all
Can we
just
say
like us.
Revolt the new BET? Let's keep it real.
Yeah.
Probably
So,
better.
I mean, I just feel like, from what I've seen, it's been good business. It's been a bunch of Black people that's working with other Black people. That's been helpful. That's been beneficial. And I haven't seen anything like it else. I haven't seen the infrastructure that they have, the resources that they have, and just the all Black infrastructure. Like, as far as the people, I have not seen anything else like it. I just haven't. So, like I said, we criticize things that we don't necessarily have full information on. And I just think that it's better to be informed before you speak, because it's like sometimes you're saying things and you're not fully informed on what you're saying, and you're going off of what somebody else is telling you, but they might be misinformed.
And even before they got the new slate of shows, I was talking to Chad. Shout out Chad. Appreciate you, brother. When he told me what Puff structure was like at Revolt on like the deal side, I was like, what? I'm not going to say the number, but I said, what? He said, imagine if he gets 15 more hit shows. That number was...
he talked to us about some percentages on some other deals too, man. Shout out to him. New music on the way.
Hey.
Shout out to Diddy, man.
Shout out to Diddy.
Music sound incredible too. It sound incredible.
Yeah. It was
Speak
good.
on what you want. One of my number one things going to the holidays, and I'll wrap here. Number one, always ask God for what you want. And number two, my favorite prayer in holidays is, for those who are not for me, us, my friends, family, inner circle, please clear out who is not meant to be there. You'll be surprised when you ask God to clear out those who are not meant to be there and to give you what you want, how fast that arrives. You don't know who's going to advocate. Even for Peter, like, to wheel me around and take me to every station. I did FinTech TV, like, he made him do an interview. I've seen Steve grab you all in the same way. Sure Love's going to do the same thing. I think every person on earth is going to get maybe 2 or 3 angels to help guide them. I will say this is a person who has made this mistake too. When God reveals who should be in and who should be out, you can't ask for the prayer to be answered, then you don't listen. Because a lot of times the biggest thing that will hold you back is not having the right people in your inner circle. So be mindful of that, but ask for what you want and you will receive. That's why I always tell you, I know people think that I'm ranting about this, but when I walked in that boardroom and met her, they didn't think it was a rant. They said, you figured everything out a consultant would without us hiring KPMG. Speak on what you want. No Way Out 3 next year, whatever other deal y'all got going. We just gonna put No Way Out 3 on top of it to celebrate.
This that Red Panda Anthem. what's up? Red Panda Anthem. Red Panda, what's good? Red Panda Anthem. Whole clip going up. I know they can't stand